Hello everyone, welcome to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania and Rizzo Rink, where we are live yet again for a Wednesday night doubleheader here in the indoor rink in which it rains. I'm Caden Stewart, joined alongside by Jack Dobbins, and making his PBLA broadcast debut, Brandon Reese of the Revolution. Brandon, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me, guys. I'm happy to be here.
Of course. Jack, you're also making one of your first games of the season as well. I believe this is your third night on the mic, so what do you expect to see in these two games tonight?
I have no idea what I expect to see in this game we're about to watch. I'm very confused at the current moment, but I'm excited to see what comes of it, as the first face-off is about to happen with 50 seconds already off the clock.
Yeah, many have been confused over the course of the last 24 hours in this game, but it seems like we are underway, and we are officially 1 minute into regulation time. We'll have 3 12-minute periods as of right now. The Pups will start with the ball. They'll go around the horn and a short-handed bench as well. Only about 1 to 2 players waiting in the wings. 5 men on the floor plus the goalie. And Solomon Hess, who has the ball around the blue line. He goes in deep toward Beal, wide of him. Grippo off the far wall. Has it picked off by Mackey. Now the Beer Wolves take over, short-handed on their own accord as well. But some drama behind the scenes there, so not much to their fault. But Mackey up the near side of the boards. We'll go to Rob Foster, who returns the favor at the blue line. Looking for Lohman, but it's wide of him instead. Goes to the Blue Cross sign. Mackey waiting for a return, but instead it goes back to Foster. Foster driving in, near circle shot on goal. It's saved. Rebound. No, it did go in. It hit the pad of Beal and snuck into the back of the net. And it's 1-0 Beer Wolves early.
Yeah, great drive. Great drive there by Rob Foster. Heading down that backside pipe, shoots to the other side. Good goal.
Yeah, it was super quick, really snappy. Came in right on the right side, through the legs, and it barely squeaked in, as Caden said, but a good way to go up 1-0.
Blake Beal getting a bad bounce to the 28 in net for the Pups to start things. They'll start opposite the 99 of Joshua Hammer, looking to bounce back following a rough game on Monday. Now Ryan Mackey at the outskirts of the main crease. Mackey a shot, had it blocked down, didn't quite make it to Beal. The Pups take it away off the bounce. That's Raftery giving to Beal in the middle. Now Beal back to Hess. Hess to Grippo in traffic. Grippo behind the back feed is wide of the 99 of Hammer. And Mackey plays it on one hop yet again. He'll slow the pace, looking to keep his offense fresh. Mackey with time to work with across the midline. Still holding. Still moving his men around, goes in deep for Santo. Santo an off-speed shot on one hop. It goes wide to Beal. Didn't see much of a clean challenge there. And the Pups take it away. One and done. Go to Beer Wolf offense. Hess now holding. Again, has Beal to his left. Hess gives and go over to Beal between the circles. Beal to Grippo. Grippo out across, back to Solomon Hess. Hess spinning, drifting toward the far wall. Now charging in, makes a man miss. Solomon Hess in on goal. Save made by Hammer. Loosened his pads, and he'll be blown dead for a moment. Make sure he gets it out. And he did so cleanly, so the Beer Wolves will take over. Mackey now at the Roman Catholic sign. Mackey to the middle, wide of Lohman. A good look there at front. But now Lohman has to corral a chance in front again for the Beer Wolves. It's denied by Beal. Makes a second save of the day. And now the Pups take over. Is that one put on goal by the 42 of Anthony Stranek. Someone's going to get a bigger role today following the short-handed start for the Beer Wolf offense. Now Mackey tied up there with Solomon Hess. Hess sends it back toward Raftery, and the Pups can reset somewhat. Raftery across for Beal up in the air. Beal couldn't quite find it at first. Now he's there first. And Beal in open space looking to get a fresh change of possession here, but only the shot clock down to only 5. Solomon Hess to the far circle, one hop shot wide of Hammer, gets his own rebound and almost had it cleanly. The shot didn't quite make it toward Hammer, so it'll be a violation on the Pups' first of the day.
The game Zadell was talking about taking time on offense, giving the guys a shot to rest, but taking your time only can do so much when the shot clock is ticking down like that.
Chris Lasper got it now just outside the main circle. He gives for Santo. Santo shot on goal is saved off the top shoulder of Beal. Rebound came straight down. Andrew Sloan now on defense will have it. So I'm looking for a call, but to no avail. And he'll lead his men up across the midline. 7.5 to go, in this first period. About 5.5 off the clock. Reuter now in the near circle. Reuter has that one dunked between his legs. Sent backward toward Laspergata. He's up with it on one hop. Chris Laspergata through the near circle. Sends it back. Mackey a little bit over lead. It goes all the way back toward Hammer. Only a few seconds off the clock, though. Joshua Hammer still time to work with. Now give it for Stranix. 7 flat to play in the first period. 1-0 Beer Wolves the lead. Stranix to Mackey. Mackey has Lohman waiting in the wings. The blue line holds for himself. Now fired. It's saved by Beal. Rebound to the corner. Be a fresh 30 for the Beer Wolf offense. Here's Lohman looking to enter, and he does. Loman only needs the 4, and it's 2-0 Beer Wolves.
Guys, this was a beautiful job by the Beer Wolves here. Getting a shot on goal, being able to pick up the rebound, look for the guy in the high danger area right in between those red dots, get a good look on Cage. Way to finish it.
Yeah, pretty clear spot in the middle. Just had to take a shot there with the clock ticking down, and it was a good one. Kept it low, and that was how the first goal was scored. It was a shot low, and he replicated it 2-0.
A good look on goal and a good shot on the mark just through the 5-hole of Beal for Loman. He joins Rob Foster, the 2 goal scorers early on today. 6-10 now in the first period. The Pups moving it deep. They'll spin back along the far wall. Take a wind up, giving for Beal is Hess. Beal around the blue line and then winds and fires. That's saved by Hammer. Now Hess on the rebound, nearly had it wide. Second chance for Grippo, and he scores. Third time's the charm as George Grippo, right place, right time, puts home the Hess rebound, and it's 2-1.
A beautiful job here by Grippo, hanging around the net, being available, picks up that rebound, dumps it into the empty net.
Yeah, super quick, just top left corner of the net. It was slightly open. He took the shot. I mean, when you're down 2, you kind of go into desperation mode automatically. You want to put any shot up you can, and that was a good one. He was just right place, right time, as we've said.
5.5 to go in the first period now. A 2-1 game as the Pups cut the deficit in half. The Pups come into this game with a 7-4 record to their name. A 3-game losing streak, though, looking to seal up the number 3 seed in the playoffs. Zadell shot, and he scores. A one-hop goal for Caden Zadell, and just like that, the Pups even the score.
Yeah, fast-paced offense. Getting over here, chirped by the Beer Wolves guys over here. But yes, fast-paced offense over here by the Pups. Way to get this game back even. They're getting good looks on net. Just got to finish the shots.
That was Curry, 3-ball distance, just absolutely launched it. Wide open shot. It was a risky one to take, especially considering they were down 2-1, but now evening it up on a crazy circus play.
The Drexel Lacrosse product, Caden Zadell from in between the near circle on the blue line as the Beer Wolves had opportunity. We'll get another one here as Loman with the pickpocket. He'll throw it over to Mackey. Mackey across a one-hop pass that's wide. Played again by Foster, again off his stick. 3 times is not the charm this time as Loman will scoop it. And the Beer Wolves will finally corral it right back. Shot clock halfway expired. A spin move there by Loman. Slightly will go to Stranix. Stranix out and around. Shot from Winters on the far side of the floor is saved. Rebound right to Rafferty. Long possession, but still one and done for the Beer Wolves. Rafferty on a hop. Now up along the far side of the floor. I believe that's Grippo. Into the middle, wide of Hess, a little bit over lead. And now here come Foster and co. Rob Foster with speed, in on goal. Save made by Beal. Second chance again. It's loose, and he swat at it. He does. And maybe had a little bit more room than I saw from this vantage point. Beal does get the ball out of the net. And just over the line, or just not quite over the line, it was that shot. Now Zadell will push, and that one a little bit wide. Mackey now one hop against the far boards. Mackey just below the scoreboard, about 3.5 to go in the first period. Wide pass and pulled in by Reuter instead. Reuter now gives for Hess. Hess still slowing the pace. One-on-one there with Foster. Hess holds, shoots, and scores. Solomon Hess in no hurry, and he cashes in for the 3rd Pup goal in a row.
Yeah, guys, expect to see this all night long. Both benches are really, really short. So these guys are going to take their time, take their, be easy on the shots and try to save their legs for the long game.
Yeah, with the I wouldn't say unseriousness, but kind of the more lax pace that this game has been at. That's kind of a play you're going to see often where they're just going to take their time and take a shot, and it worked there, obviously, 3-2.
We were talking about the records before. The Beer Wolves coming in 2-8 to the last place team in the league. A little bit of an underwhelming season for them as that one put on goal, but saved by Beal. Looking to get 1 or 2 more wins here to wrap up their regular season. They'll play on Monday night as well. For now, not going their way, down 3-2. But to my point, neither team with really much to play for in this game. The Pups are locked into the 3. Reuter wants to add one, though. It's a little bit high on one hop off the far netting. No touch by Hammer, so possession right back to Mackey and the Beer Wolves. But we will see if that lackadaisical play continues as Santo now plays it just inside the blue line. Santo, pass across, shot from the far wing. Winters a shot, again pushed wide. Rebound back towards Santo, who couldn't scoop it the first time or the second. Santo is still fighting for it, though. Reuter in the mix, and Reuter will get there first. Mini check there by Las Vergata, but Reuter not really phased. They'll still hold it through the main stripe with 2 flat to play in the first period.
Don't look now. Pups on a 3-0 run.
Reuter gives to Sloan, right back to Hess. Hess in the far circle, Mackey in close coverage. Hess across, a little bit wide of Beal. Rebound to Zadell. Zadell, sidearm toss to the middle. Through contact there, it's Hess, and again on put on goal. Loman a chance in front against wide at it. He gets it right back. Hess in front, opportunity for Zadell, saved by Hammer. Rebound back towards Zadell, off the top of the glass, stays in play. The Bureau fighting for it. Here comes Reuter in the mix. Reuter now spins back, looking for help, and he'll find it here. The shot clock was added to a fresh 30 a few moments ago, down to 22 now. And it will be no matter as Beal has that one go off the top of his stick, and Mackey plays it right back. Mackey now in the main circle. Final 70 seconds of play in the first period. Mackey a pass further in, shot from Winters again, save, rebound loose in the front, and Laspergata was denied by Beal. Couldn't quite make out the deflection at first, but it is Mackey now who plays it up the top. Mackey a shot off the side of the stick of Beal and wide, loose behind the net instead. Winters has a swat at it, but it is Beal who pulls it in cleanly. Beal now a long range toss wide of Hess and take 2 hops off the far wall. Hess through contact, Mackey behind Tim, and Mackey will pull it away eventually. Now up the far side of the floor again, it's Winters who's been busy shot taking. Has not had one go to the back of the net just yet. It's Foster who has had one so far, one in the second, and it's wide. Took an odd hop against the far glass, and it's out of play just behind the Pup bench. And they have added 2 players to said bench, so 8 total rostered are now here. 5 players and 1 goalie on the floor still, so we will have a full strength game in some capacity. Foster a shot, and it is saved again by Beal, this time caught in his pads. As the final seconds of play will tick off in this first frame. Looks like the Pups will just kill those dying seconds, and they will without much of a hinder. And that will be it for the first set of 12 here at Rizzo. 24 more to come in game 1 of 2 this Wednesday night. It's a 3-2 ball game in favor of the team in orange, the Pups. Running clock to begin the second period of play. About 30 seconds and change gone off the clock. It's a 3-2 lead for the Pups. They'll win the ensuing draw. It's Solomon Hess off the main circle. Hovering over near his own bench. Finds Sloan. Sloan now out and around for Beal in front of the Roman Catholic sign. Beal shot, one hopper off the mark, a little bit wide of Hammer. Rebound back to Winters, who again, as I said, has been busy on the defensive end. Looking to capitalize now with his first goal today. Ryan Mackey into the main circle. Shot on goal. A save made as Loman took the shot. Beal gets his own rebound off his brother's save. Still giving chase there in the corner. Mackey in close pursuit, but not too aggressive, as we talked about before. As there has been a very evidently slowed down pace of play here between the third place and seventh place teams in the league. Grippo to Sloan. And now to Reuter. Sloan takes a brief pick there. Reuter out across for Beal. Beal behind the back stick play over to Hess. Now back to Hess this time, rather. Into the middle, chance for Beal. It's wide of him, and the shot clock will expire on the Pups for the second time already. The Beerwolves get to have that come about, but now Laspergata looking to go for up and up, and they shoot and score. It's Chris Laspergata right off the ensuing turnover, and they goes right on the 5-hole of Beal to make it 3-3.
Yeah, good finish here. You can kind of sense the lackadaisical play. He had 2 defenders on his side that could have pressed that ball, but these guys are not really giving it their all, so that's the product you're going to see.
Yeah, not much movement from Beal in net either. The shot was low, the shot went in. Didn't seem like too much of an effort, but you know, that's how it is. The game's been evenly matched by choice, not by the actual standings themselves, if that makes sense.
I am curious to see if this game stays as close as it is. Do one of the teams decide to go for the win come late? Winter's a chance in front, but is sent wide to Beal. And if someone does, that increase in chippiness possibly late, considering what we know about the backstory of this game. Well, we'll certainly keep an eye on that. That's not till a little bit later, though. So 21 minutes of regulation time, a little bit more than that. As Lohman takes a shot again, is deflected and sent high and wide to Beal. Last touch, Beerwolf, so it goes to the Pups.
Me and Caden need to do a podcast just analyzing the uniforms, because I don't think there's a single one that I don't like. I think they're all super cool.
The Pups today in their usual orange with the brown trim, white numerics and brown nameplate. On the other side is the Beerwolves, their usual lime green with black pinstripes, and an orange nameplate and numerics. Reuter around the horn, Rafferty a shot, save aid by the green jersey of Hammer. They'll drop it off toward Mackey. Mackey in that far corner, looking for Santo up the floor, but he can't quite corral it. And so Rafferty will give chase and go to the corner with it. He'll scoop it. Fresh 30 added to the clock. Hess pass wide, and it takes one hop too many, and into the Pup bench it goes with 8:20 to play in the second period. Mackey through the blue line and main stripe. Mackey gives, shot on goal, nearly pump fake, double pump fake. Winters a third time, this time he scores. 4th time's the charm for Winters. It's his 4th shot on goal and his 1st goal of the day on Beal to make it 4-3.
Yeah, even with the lackadaisical play, this is still a good finish. He got all the way to the crease, threw a couple fakes to really freeze that goalie, finished it where he wanted to.
What you need is the effort. You need the effort to, when you miss a shot, go for the rebound. And that's what happened right there. You know, a couple shots went in, they didn't go, and eventually one did.
Winters has scored a goal in every one of the Beerwolf games this season. He's now 10 for 10 in ones he's played in. He's missed 1 so far this season, and it was a Beerwolf loss. Aspergata following the missed shot, sends that one way wide of Beal, who got a piece of his stick on it. Now giving chase deep, it appears to be Foster, who spins back. Foster looking to double the Beerwolf lead here. Goes to the middle, it's wide of Stranix, wide of Aspergata, but wide of Mackey as well, pardon me. And that one go all the way back toward Hammer. With Hammer not giving chase, it'll be Stranix, who's sending deep to play it. Up to Mackey, shot clock down to 10 and now less. Mackey winds and fires, long range shot on goal. It's saved by Beal, loosened his chest pad. And play will now resume with a Rafferty pass to Hess. Hess now feeds, shot, and they score. It's Hess on the assist, and Caden Zidell with his 2nd goal of the day. He becomes the first player to score multiple times this afternoon, and it's 4-4.
Just an absolute bomb from the restraining line. Great shot, great accuracy.
That's what you need sometimes. You need the long-range shots, especially in a game like this where, you know, not all the defense is being played. You have to take those shots where you can get them, and you like that one from the wing, take it.
Beal for Beal substitution now in the Pups net, just about the midway point of this one. 6 minutes gone and 6 to go in the second period. 4-4 the score, and it is the number 2 of Chase Beal, who comes in to replace the 28 of Brent Beal. Or Blake Beal, rather. Reuter now with a missed shot. Chance on the other end for Stranix is sent wide. Who's may have caught a piece of Chase Beal's foot as well. And whatever it did, it took a good enough hop for the Pups to keep this game scored at 4. It certainly looked like an open opportunity on that left side of the net, as you said. And now the Pups looking to capitalize on their own opportunity as Rafferty goes in deep looking for Grippo. Grippo plays it on 2 hops. One hop pass across, wide of Rafferty. He sends to Hess. Hess a shot push off the mark, and Santo will play it off the wall. Up the floor to Ryan. Mackey a shot. Sliding save made by Beal. Rebound is wide to Stranix. He'll scoop it and fire it past Santo. Santo looking for the rebound. He couldn't get that one either. And it's Reuter instead who plays it on 2 hops. Reuter now spins back, has a man in front of him. He goes there. Pass across now looking for Zidell. It's back toward the 18 of Rafferty. Raftery giving chase, he couldn't get it cleanly, and so his last Brigado takes it away. Now he finds Mackey, and now the Beer Wolves up the tempo. Mackey a chance in front. Winters at the goal. He can't score. Rebound back toward Lohman. Second opportunity. His time it goes through. One hop shot for Lohman. It's 5-4 Beer Wolves.
Just another example of being in the right place at the right time. You pick up that rebound. Most likely you're going to have a good look at the net. You finish it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Game's been back and forth so far. Down to 4.5 left in the second. This one's still close, man.
Lohman's second goal of the day as well. He matches Adele's mark. So still a little bit of a low-scoring game, but we keep it close. So always entertaining when it is back and forth one here at Rizzo. Reuter off the main draw. Las Brigada in the mix. Las Brigada gives chase. He scoops it up here around the blue line. Las Brigada double pumping. Now fires in front. Winters looking for a second. He gets it and he scores. Winters at the doorstep makes it 6-4. And just like that, the Beer Wolves have jumped in front by 2 for the second time today.
I don't know about you guys, but I think the Beer Wolves are starting to pick up the pace a little bit. I'm hoping the same thing happens on the Pup side. Make this a little bit more of an interesting game.
And I certainly hope that is the case as well, as both teams, as we've talked about multiple times already, have slowed the pace themselves, not looking to put too much exertion in. Kickball there by Las Brigada. It's in deep toward his own net, but Mackey's able to close the door at the very last moment.
That somehow worked.
Mackey now in deep, chance in front for Foster. Somehow that went wide as Beal redirected it the wrong side of the net. And I believe Foster was across that back line, so possession is given back to the Pups.
Saved by the keeping net. Way to read the shooter. Get that hand up late, make the good save.
Beal now taking it along the far side of the floor. Beal across, looking for Raftery. Raftery has a chance in front, save made, rebound loose and played by Zadell. Zadell backpedaling, giving right back, underhand toss toward Hammer. It was done, actually didn't get off the first time. It was a great pump fake by Raftery. Second opportunity is also off the mark though, but a brilliant hidden ball trick if you want to call it that, as I don't think anyone knew quite where that ball was besides Raftery. Zadell, chance in front, sidearm shot by Raftery is wide. Rebound back to Zadell, plays it on a hop against the far wall, and it's fresh 30 for the Pups here.
Possession here by the Pups. Best we've seen all game. Hope they keep it going.
Here's Sloan to Beal. Beal winds up, one hop shot off speed, and it's wide. Rebound against the far wall. Hammer looks at it, but Mackey takes it instead. Fresh 30 now for the Beer Wolf offense as they take over with 2:20 on the game clock. Mackey weaving his way through across the midline. One hot shot to Santo, a chance on goal, it's wide. The rebound back toward Beal. Santo plays it instead. Santo a wide pass for Mackey, but Stranix pulls it in. Stranix, chance for Mackey in front, between the legs, off the iron. Would have been a brilliant shot, regardless of the slow pacing by Mackey, but did not go through. And the Pups stay down just by 2.
Super close, but a definitely worthy shot to take.
High pass for Zadell, who plays it. Zadell shot, looking to go 5-hole on Hammer, but he's able to close the door at the last moment. Joshua Hammer now waiting for some help in front. Las Brigada walking his way up with Zadell right behind him, so he goes out wide instead for Stranix. 90 seconds now in the second period. Up the floor they go for Santo. A quick touch there, went off of Beal. It looked like they hit the netting, but they do not blow it dead. The chance in front here for Foster. A shot on goal is saved, and the rebound sent back toward Winters. Winters out across. Santo a shot, again save made by Beal. Rebound loose, Reuter in the mix. Reuter plays it around the far circle, and now he'll spin back and wait for some help. Matthew Reuter on the blue line for Hess. Hess to Zadell, looking for a hat trick at the doorstep. Zadell holds, and he does not fire at first. Doesn't have an opportunity to now. He goes for Hess instead. Hess a sidearm shot. That one is through. 6-5 Beer Wolves as Solomon Hess goes 5-hole on Hammer, and it's back to a 1-goal game.
Keep it competitive. That's what the motto of this game is so far. 6-5 right now. Pups counter back.
More dudes in Thunder getting ready in the wings here. Both getting changed behind us. That would have been a battle for the #1 seed had the Thunder lost on Monday, but now it's just a battle of the 2 top teams. Las Brigada off the draw. Shot and saved. Rebound is loose. I thought I heard a whistle, but there was none as Lohman plays it. Lohman down the far circle. Chance in the middle. Sidearm toss and a score for Las Brigada. 7-5 Beer Wolves. They get one more before the second horn, and Chris Las Brigada will add his second goal, pardon me, of the day.
The period, that's a beautiful shot. Low to low, behind the back. You can't ask for more than that.
That wrap up period 2 of play here in game 1. 24 minutes down and 12 more to go here in the first game of 2 on Wednesday night. One more to come following. That is the Thunder and the Mordues. Be sure to stay tuned for that when this game is over. Running clock to begin this third period of play as well. 7-5 to score, going the way of the Beerwolves so far. Excuse me, as Les forgot a one-hop toss toward Mackey, who is somehow yet to score this afternoon. He'll play it off the far wall. Mackey in the near circle. One-hop shot to Winters. Winters scoops, shoots, save made by Beal. Rebound loose in the crease and knocked away as Foster is there in the mix, but it is taken away by the Pup defense. Pup ball along the far wall. It is Ruder, I believe. Maybe not. It's Raftery instead. Now it's Zadell. And the near circle, Zadell to Raftery. Raftery, a shot save made by Hammer to go through. It did again. It hit the second time today. It's hit the pad of a goalie and fallen through the 5-hole. And it's now 7-6 as that one falls through for the Pup offense.
I know that's definitely one the goalie wish he had back. He looked like he had all of it, just slipped right off that leg pad into the corner.
That stuff happens sometimes. You know, sometimes the ball just doesn't roll your way. The shot doesn't go where you expect it to go. Just got to roll with the punches and pray your offense does something.
Back to a one-goal game now. Neither side is led by more than 2 on the afternoon. Chance here for Foster, who spins around his defense, firing a shot. A save made by Beal. Rebound sent back toward the Pup bench. Played on a hop by Zadell. Zadell still searching for his hat trick. One-hop toss for Hess. Hess behind the back. What a goal by Solomon Hess. Wrap it around behind Lohman and through the 5-hole of Hammer to make it 7-7.
Even at a running pace, that's still a hard shot to pull off. Way to finish that.
That was flow state, you know, rolling out right behind the back. You're going the other direction. Then the stick goes behind the back. You have to not only launch it far to the left, but launch it far to the right, which both are super easy. The fact that you're able to not only get it in where goal is, plus past the goalie, that makes it all the more hard.
9.5 now in the third period. 7 all the score. The Pups have scored back-to-back coming out of the second break. And the 7-4 team, again, looking to get one more win to their name following a 3-game losing streak before the playoffs begin. Shot on goal here is ushered wide by Beal. Loose in the crease for a moment, but Beal will kick at it and finally jar it loose. Up the floor to Zadell now, looking to add a third goal in 3 possessions in this third period for the Pups. Zadell to Raftery. Raftery around the blue line. In deep for Grippo. Grippo still holding and giving for Zadell. Zadell winds, shoots, save made, rebound loose on the far boards. Played right back by Zadell on 2 hops. Zadell backtracking, now moving forward. Still holding, backwards toss in the middle is knocked down in traffic. Sloan the intended target. Shrenick swats at it. Now Mackey plays it instead. And now here come the Beerwolves in a 3-on-2. It's Mackey, Lohman, and Santo. Mackey holding for the moment, holding, shooting, and putting it wide. And rebound back to the Pup offense. As that one pushed wide of Grippo. Back for Sloan instead. Now Andrew Sloan will play it and go to the corner with it. Sloan for Raftery. Raftery evades one defender. Still holding. Ryan Raftery saw him toss to the middle looking for Matthew Reuter. It's wide of him. Reuter behind the net. Shot clock to 6-5. Reuter for Zadell. Zadell winds up shot push wide of Hammer. It'll be a violation of the Pup offense. Their third of the day. And the Beerwolves will take over deep.
Down to the final 4:70 on the clock. Under 500 seconds to go.
Jack, do you call 3-year-olds 36-month-olds?
No, that's weird.
4-7. All right.
I don't know. I did the math and I was proud of myself, so I wanted to say it.
All right.
I think you may be the only one in the Philadelphia area that could have done that math.
I know, right?
Wait, what? Pup ball now following the empty Beerwolf possession.
The empty brain of Jack Dobbins as well.
Sloan, blue line to blue line, into the corner, wide of Mackey. Now Hess for Zadell, and Zadell is deemed over the line, so to be Beerwolf ball coming back the other way.
Yeah, just ran through the crease, picked the ball up. That's always going to go the other way.
Can't give away possessions like that at this point. I know the game is all over the place, but it's still a 7-7 game. You want to take the win regardless.
Loman double pumped the shot, put it wide of the net. So it's played back by Foster. Foster off the top of the glass, wide. Rebound back to Sloan this time, put it off his hip. And Sloan will now hold it around the back of the crease. Sloan launches looking for Zadell, wide of him. Mackey now against the far wall. Rebound deflects back to the middle. Mackey still holding. Stick check there by the 51 of Zadell. Mackey weaving his way across the midline. Hand is up for the delayed call against Zadell. Hammer will be asked to come out of the net, and so it'll be a 6-on-5 for a brief moment here in favor of the Beerwolves. Chance in front here, and they scores. The penalty will be washed out, and it's Rob Foster for the second time to make it 8-7.
Yeah, good job on Beerwolves capitalize on this. It was a delayed penalty for a slash to the helmet by the Pups. But way to keep playing and finish off that goal. Now penalties wiped.
Foster takes over, as we said before, the first goal of the third period against the Beerwolves. As you said, Brandon, the slash to the helmet is now washed away due to that goal on the 6-on-5 for the delayed call. 5:35 nearly in the third period. 8-7 the score. The Beerwolves looking to add one more win to their total. Looking to go 3-8 before Monday night's final game to wrap up the regular season. They can improve to at least a 300 win percentage. Chins in front here for Foster, and he gets it. A hat trick at the doorstep for Rob Foster, and it's now 9-7.
Very confused with what just happened, as Beal was just standing there, faked straight up, and then went left, and it went right in.
5 flat now in the third period, 9-7 the score. Ball loose off the draw. Reuter and Laspergata. Laspergata takes it himself in the near circle. Sent in by Foster, who took an odd hop that went in his favor. It's eaten up by Beal. Gives it right away. Winters a shot. Save made somehow. The rebound comes back out into a sea of orange this time. And thankfully for Beal, it is Pup ball in clean area. Grippo holding along the far wall. Grippo for Sloan in the main circle. Sloan working his way around. Find Beal. Beal, one hop chance in front, behind the back, double pumping, and then shot pushed wide. Wide of the left foot of Hammer, played instead by Loman. Loman, two-hop toss up the floor now for Mackey. Mackey chance in the middle for Winters. Winters winds up, shoots, and scores. 10-7 Beerwolves, and for the first time, one of these two teams has led by 3 tonight. It is Winters, and that might be the early dagger.
Yeah, slow motion play here by both teams, but at least someone is still netting some goals for their side. We're going to see how this one plays out. Hopefully Pups can make a little bit of a late run, makes this a little bit more interesting.
But the dagger is entirely a possibility. Now up 3, just over 3 minutes left to play. The amount of shots that the Pups have is kind of starting to run out.
And neither side being overly aggressive here, except the Beerwolves offense. Laspergata, we're going to go 5-hole again on Beal, but this time it's denied. As Beal closed the door at the very last moment. He'll scoop it and send it the other direction. First pass goes to Sloan. 3:20 in the third. Sloan across that main stripe. Ruder ends it out to his left. He holds, fires one hopper that's saved. Rebound toward Laspergata. Laspergata scoops it right back up. And the Beerwolves take it away without much of a problem. Hello everyone, welcome to Rizzo Rink, where we are live for game 2 of 2 on this Wednesday night doubleheader between the Thunder and the Moore Dudes. Apologies for the late start, but a quick goal for the Thunder right off rip. And it is a 1-0 lead for the team in red and yellow, about 30 seconds into play.
Yeah, beautiful play here by the Thunder, coming off a strong pick and roll. Shooter got his hands free, was able to let it rip. Good way to start the game.
As a surprise to nobody, the Thunder coming in hot. I mean, they're undefeated for a reason. The team's unreal, and this game is going to be really, really competitive, I can sense.
Yeah, it's going to be heightened. There's a lot of mental warfare going on already. The Moore Dudes stole the Thunder's usual bench on the right side of the rink. So already trying to play some mind games going into the playoffs here.
Kraus now in the nearest circle. Ethan Kraus backpedaling with the man in coverage. That's Resch. Picks set in front of him. Kraus around the horn, goes to the far corner. Now a wayward pass that is more of a Dak Prescott looking throw off the top of the light, hanging down from 95 here, serving as our ceiling. But it is to no avail, and the Thunder offense will take over with 13:40 on the game clock. Caden Stewart, Jack Dobbins, and Brandon Reese, all with you here on the call. Second game that we've had this three-person trifecta. This one actually a high-paced game thus far. As last one a 12-8 victory for the Beer Wolves, coming in more lackadaisical look. Thunder again an opportunity on goal, but it's not quite close to Billy Hauser, the Moore Dude starter, excuse me. And it's off the ensuing contact. It would be Moore Dude ball on the offensive side. Brett Lundberg spins back, has the ball lost from his grasp. Adam Goldner in on goal, save made by Hauser. Big move there by Hauser at the very last moment to get his left leg out in time. And it'll be Thunder ball as they got the rebound following the shot. Kellen Korb now directing traffic. Korb a chance in front, but now spins back. Shot, say maybe deflected wide as it was off the top of the glass and past Hauser. Rebounds all the way back toward Connor Atkinson, who does the net for the Thunder today. Chance in front, wide of two different players. Eric Ozier not supposed to track it down. Ozier through contact against the far glass. Couldn't quite scoop it either. The Moore Dudes in the mix. Big stick move there, the far side of the boards, but again, to no avail. Thunder offense takes over.
Yeah, I see the Moore Dudes. They're trying to play fast, just as fast as the Thunder, but they're just not. They're making a few mental mistakes, few easy drop passes. They got to clean that up if they want to be competitive in this game.
Barr looks for Clinges. He couldn't quite connect there. Shot on goal was saved. Rebound back toward Clinges, but wide of him. And Joey Klingis, excuse me, was the one that had two good looks there, but the Thunder take it away on offense regardless. Klingis awaiting the return feed. Kyle Marr holding. Marr chance in front, double pumping shot, save, second chance again wide as Billy Hauser got a piece of the first, not so much the second, but it did not matter as now Kyle Marr takes over. Marr, chance in front, spinning, shot pushed wide, rebound back toward Kraus. Ethan Kraus now with speed, past the defense. Ethan Kraus in on goal with time and a shot, and he scores. 1-1 the score as Kraus beats Atkinson, and we are all tied up 3.5 in.
Yeah, that's a beautiful one-on-one with the goalie. That's exactly what you want to do to finish it. You throw a fake one way to get him to freeze, and you finish on the other. Great job here by the Moore Dudes.
This is like Celtics-Lakers of the 70s, 80s. These two teams have been on fire all year, and the Thunder are just looking to complete their run.
The Thunder, as their 11-0 record would immediately assume, they beat the Moore Dudes earlier this year, 7-5. That was back on June 10th, so the first time these two teams have met in a long while. And so far, both of them coming out relatively even. Thunder ball off the ensuing draws, and Connor wrapping it around. He scores a one-hopper through the legs of Billy Hauser, and it's 2-1 Thunder.
Beautiful job here by the Thunder. Way to get his hands free, use his speed to get to that high danger area in the middle, get a good look on that cage and finish it.
The 2-1 early, and the Thunder have the answer for the previous goal by Ethan Kraus of the Moore Dudes. 10.5 now roughly to play in the first period. 2-1 the score. Off the draw, the pass sent backwards. The Moore Dudes fighting for it. Double check against the far wall. Goldner in the mix. Butler pulls it in instead. Murph Butler to the blue line and now main stripe. Butler gets to the far side. Now pass back to the middle. Wind up shot, and that one hit the helmet, I believe, of Resch. It went straight up in the air. Comes back down, but not before it hit the ceiling, so it's out of play. Last touch Thunder, so it stays here with the Moore Dudes. Pass to the near side here, over the top of the head of Butler, who couldn't quite find it. Butler still in the mix for the rebound, he gets it right here. Backwards pass, and now played on multiple hops by Moore Dudes on the far side. Spinning free of one there is Rockowitz. Rockowitz couldn't bring it in either, and now pass taken away by the Thunder. The offense now rolling. Connor a shot again, save made by Hauser. Hauser will pounce on the ground ball in the crease.
Those breakaways are going to be huge in this one. Just if you can get some open space in front of you, just launch a shot like that. Even though it didn't go in, it's going to play a big role in the long run of this game.
Along with the physicality both teams are showing right now. I haven't seen both these teams play this hard in a very long time. It's going to make a fun matchup for tonight.
Krause a pass wide intended target in Ozert. Eric Ozert again along the far circle. Ozert to the middle looking for Mutz. He has him, shot on goal, save made. The clock is reset in time. Krause a second opportunity, and that one kept out again by Atkinson. Haywire sequence of events for the Thunder defense, but they do stand tall. Back-to-back saves made by Atkinson.
Yeah, great job by him, standing on his head a little bit there. A couple ground balls that his team should have had, but he was able to stay strong in net and keep them out.
Golner in the far circle, shot on goal is saved by Hauser. Rebound deflected all the way back down toward Atkinson yet again. Atkinson scoops and sends that one a little bit high, pulled in there by Golner. Golner behind the back opportunity, sent it deep along the far wall. Resch plays it. Resch behind Hauser. Chance in the middle here. Klinges, shot, score. Joey Klinges with a missile to the top left corner, and it's 3-1 Thunder.
This is the thing that makes this Thunder team so dangerous. They move so fast, and they move without the ball to get the space so they can get their hands free and get a good look on the net. This is a beautiful job, beautiful example right there.
And the lead just keeps getting extended. It's what we mostly expected heading into this one, is the Thunder would start off really hot, and they have. The question is, do more dudes have enough as to where they can really go on a run while shutting down the Thunder entirely on offense, which seems pretty unlikely, but it's possible.
About 7:50 to play in the first period. 3-1 the score. More dude ball now on the other end. Sidearm toss toward Ozert from Hauser. It's wide. Ozert, though, played on multiple hops against this near glass. Ozert around the horn. Pump fake, now past the near side. Holding and driving in the 31 of Townsend. Townsend's opportunity was sent wide. Rebound all the way back toward Hoffman. Giving chase instead of Hauser. Now Hoffman gets to it first. Hoffman up the floor. Ozert spinning, shooting, and scoring. Eric Ozert just before the buzzer makes it 3-2.
Beautiful finish there. I think the goalie may have been screened by one of his own teammates, so he could not get a good read on that. So it's a great job by the More Dudes guys being able to finish that off and get within a goal.
Yeah, it's a tough situation when you're put in one like that, where all of a sudden you should be in a good spot, but you just get disrupted by someone that really should not be there at that moment.
Yeah, Atkinson made a good save, only needed to make one more before a shot clock violation was due to happen on the More Dude offense. But neither one of those events take place, and so it's a one-goal game yet again. The More Dudes have the deficit cut in half. And add another one to their total here as they spin back for an offensive reset. Cade Stylau pulls it in. Stylau for Mutz. Mutz backtracking against the far glass. Mutz holding, trying to get around defenseman. He can't. Mutz now gives to the middle instead. Back in front from Stylau over to Krause. Krause making men miss, shot on target and pushed wide. It looked to be on target at first, made card deflection. One last chance, and it is not in time. The horn sounds on the More Dude possession. Shot clock violation on them. The Thunder take over with 6:09 to play in the first. Kyle Moore on the give to Connor. Connor gets the feed right back through contact there. Connor tied up, all up in the air, played back by the More Dudes. Good defense played there by the team in tan, if you want to call it, with the maroon trim and maroon numerics. Again, they're taking on the Thunder with a half red, a half yellow uniform and the black shorts with some red on the bottom. Ball taken away there as the Thunder on the offensive around the green sign. Over to Goldner. Goldner between the circles. Adam Goldner, a shot pushed wide. Rebound over toward the waiting arms of Marr, but past him instead. And it's all the way back in deep where it's played by the More Dudes. And taking it here is Townsend. Townsend, the shot blocked down. Rebound over toward Jonathan Miller. Usually more active early on than he has been today, but now on the floor and now in full strength as he gives it for Krause. Between the circles, Krause backtracking, giving out wide for Ozert. Ozert spinning back for Krause again. Krause's shot pushed wide. And again, the rebound all the way back toward Butler. Butler will scoop it on multiple hops, sends that one wide again for Ogier. Ogier, a shot saved made by Atkinson. Behind the Kraus, behind the back, shot denied. And Atkinson stands strong, back-to-back opportunities though, bouncing off his leg pad.
This is the sustained pressure that the Moore dudes are looking for. If you can get repetitive shots, you can get good looks. Eventually, that'll lead to a goal.
Hoffman in deep in the corner. Ogier again setting the pick. Ogier, the more recent goal scorer, now feeding for Kraus. Kraus out wide. Hoffman pumping, driving. Hoffman lost it, pickpocketed. And a good strip play there by the Thunder. And it's Resch who had a good defensive stand. Fresh off the bench, it's Joey Klingas. Klingas to Marr. Marr out and around for Connor. Connor driving in, shot pushed wide. Hauser got a piece of it. It's off the ceiling out of play. And it is given right back to the Moore dudes. Moore dudes ball on the other end. First touch the new possession goes to Rockowitz. Tyler Rockowitz to stick up high, holds it himself though. Jamison in close coverage. Rockowitz spinning, looking for a feed. Goes over the head of Mutz, over to Hoffman. Shot, they score! And 55 of Dalton Hoffman to make it 3-all.
That is called using your own defender as a screen. When you got a guy on, if you can get him perfectly placed in front of the goalie and then drop your stick so he can't see where your release point is, it's a very hard shot to save.
This is huge, though. Every second, the Moore dudes continue to fight back, and every single time this game becomes tied up once again, it could mean a ton in the long run, tiring out the Thunder a little bit more, knowing that the game is tied up.
Off the ensuing draw, the ball sent out of play just by us and over in toward the Moore dude changing area.
Back over by the tripod for the interviews.
Oh, yes. That's my tripod. They better not break that tripod.
So, yeah, you guys get okay over there?
Yeah, it was a little bit close for me. I wasn't quite paying attention at the moment, but Jack was not there at the very last second. Contact there in front of the net as the ball went back to Resch. Resch chance in front, sliding save by Hauser, loose in the crease. Hauser back on it, and a haywire sequence there goes the way of the Moore dudes as they'll clear the area. Opportunity in deep, shot, score! Somehow, some way, the Moore dudes found a way in deep. It's Ben Minardi with his first of the day, and it's a 4-3 Moore dude lead.
Yeah, way to turn garbage into gold. That possession was all over the place, but they were able to find someone just sitting right there on the crease, and that's one-on-one with the goalie. That is always hard for a goalie to save.
Yeah, absolute chaos over there on the right side, but able to clear it. Had a guy waiting right in front of the goal, and you know, just some little trickery there right in front. Moore dudes now up. They're on a crazy 3-0 run.
2:08 to play in the first. Resch off the draw. Resch gives, shot, save made, rebound loose toward Jamison, wide twice. Back to the middle, Resch. Resch on with Hauser in front, over the top, and they score. It's 4-all, and Resch steals the momentum right back.
Right place, right time, pick that up, dump it in the net. They needed a goal to answer that 3-0 run.
This game is electrifying so far. Back and forth, the Moore dudes went on their 3-0 run. The Thunder countered back. It's just good. It's a great game so far, you know. It's been competitive. It's been electric. They've been, you know, all over the field, multiple points.
There's a reason why this is poised to be the championship matchup.
Off the draw, Thunder ball shot again on goal is saved by Hauser. Rebound deflects right back toward Resch. He scoops it, gives, shot, Goldner, score! Back to back for the Thunder, it's 5-4.
Momentum is just switching back and forth. One moment it's with the Moore dudes, the next moment it's with the Thunder. This is a great game so far. Hope this team can keep it up.
I'm just now realizing there seems to be a Thunder hype squad behind the Moore dudes' goal, just banging on the boards. I did not realize that until just now, but maybe it's working.
Every now and again you get a few guys like that. And we'll see if that hopeful banging on the boards continues for the Thunder offense. Off the draw, timeout called. Clock stops at 41.4 in the first frame. It's a high-scoring 5-4 affair through the first 14.5 minutes, and that last half coming your way in just a few moments. are we? Clock reset here to 45 seconds to play in this opening period. A 5-4 ball game going the way of the Thunder now. It's been back and forth. It was 3-1, 4-3, and now back to a 5-4 game. Mar at the blue line. Mar back and forth. Holding there for a moment was the 19 of McNulty. McNulty looking for a return feed. It does not come about. Chance in the middle here for Klinges. Deep back pedals. Still holds Klinges to Mar. Rising up shot and sent wide. Rebound back toward Connor. Connor giving chase. Won't get there in time. Atkinson had a change there on the doorstep as well. Connor swatted that up. It's no avail. And now Murph Butler takes it away. Timeout here at the very last moment by the Moore Dudes. It is Butler who called it. 11.3 is where the clock will stop. And it's a one-goal game. One last chance for the Moore Dudes to even the score prior to the first break. Extra second and a half or so added to the game clock. 13 is where that clock will read. And a 5-4 ball game. One last chance for the Moore Dudes to even the score in the first 15 minutes of play. 30 more to come after the first break. We still have a few moments left to that point. Around the horn they go. Chance in front here from Minardi. Still back and forth, still at the top, moving it around over the far side. Miller holding, shooting, putting it wide. Second chance by Krause, denied by Atkinson. It was a perfect setup for Ethan Krause, but Connor Atkinson stands tall to end the first period, and the Thunder have the one-goal lead heading into the first break. 15 minutes down and 30 more to come from Rizzo Rink on this Wednesday night. It is a 5-4 lead for the undefeated Thunder at 11-0.
Are we live?
14:40 on running clock in the second period now on a 5-4 ball game going the way of the Thunder offense. Looking to add to their total here with Kyle Marr coming out of the first break, firing a shot that's pushed wide. Rebound deflected right back toward Miller, but they couldn't scoop it. And instead it's Resch who pulls it in. Patrick Resch holding for the first moment here. We'll give it across for Connor. Connor driving, shooting, putting it wide. Rebound toward Marr off the top of the flag though instead. It'll be out of play. Last touch Thunder and the Moore Dudes take over.
That's a goal you really wish you had. He had that upper 90 quarter there, just missed it.
Krause around the blue line. Krause in deep and now backpedaling is the 23 of Stylau. Stylau across, shot on target is saved. Rebound up in the air. Rockowitz looking for the second chance at it, but he couldn't quite find it. So it'll be Moore Dude ball, Thunder ball, excuse me, going the other direction. Resch gives to Maughan, new possession. Marr, top of the far circle, still holding. And now Now giving across the 24 of Korb. Korb, near circle now behind the net. Korb still holding, looking to work with space here. He finds Resch, Connor Resch at the top. Resch driving through the net. Resch, a shot pushed wide off the top of the ceiling and out of play. And again, last touch Thunder. Butler up the floor, chance in front by Hoffman, it's pushed wide. Rebound back and forth, Stylau in the mix. Stylau sends that one to the far corner. Battle for the ball, won by the Mordues up through the area. Hoffman at the top of the near circle this time. Hoffman the shot clock to 10 and to 9. In the far circle again, shot on goal, save made. Up in the air and played back instead by the Thunder offense. Shot on goal was by Townsend. Thunder opportunity in deep, shot, score! Kyle Moore at the top of the left side, and it's now 5-all.
Believe it should be 6-4. Yeah,
that's what I
6-4.
was thinking.
I was sure for a second there.
But either way, yeah, these one-on-ones with the goalie are going to kill either team. These teams have got to be better at limiting that, both sides.
12-10, we play in the second period now. 6-4 the score. Off the draw, pass sent into the Thunder bench area, but it's knocked wide and instead played by the Mordues. Off the contact, the Mordues take it away. 92, Evan Scott with speed, shot, save made. Second chance does not come about as Atkinson had it caught in his pads, and Resch will clear the immediate area. Boy hops pass, that's wide of Goldner. Instead, Connor plays it in the far corner. Connor whipping it around, lost the ball from his stick, and now Hauser plays it in the air as Connor had the ball stripped loose and sent in toward the net. So it is a necessary save for Hauser, but not one that brought that much of a challenge. Kraus chance in front here. In transition, they score. It's Kraut to Rakowitz, and it's now 7-4.
That is an example of beautiful box lacrosse. You get that ball up off away from the board. You get a guy coming off the bench hard to the backside pipe. You throw it to him. You have him finish on the crease. That is beautiful box lacrosse right there.
Correction at 6-5 as that goal scored by the Mordues, and so it's now back to a one-goal affair. First goal of the second frame for the Mordues, again looking to be the first team to beat the Thunder this season. Shot on target there was saved by Atkinson. Rebound deflected right back to McNulty. McNulty with a pass wide, looking to wrap around his backside and get to find Resch, but he could not. Kraus will bring it in for the fresh possession for the Mordues. Kraus to Hoffman. Hoffman out and around. Down to 19 of Rakowitz, who pulls it in. Rakowitz to Ogier, a shot save made. Rebound does not come about either, as again, it is Atkinson who had a wedge in his pads. He's able to clear the area here. And the 10 to go. Moore, shot off the mark. Rebound is past two. Mordues make it 3. He gets by one more around the blue line as Creaney couldn't scoop it. Now Creaney diving toward the crease at it. He was kept out of the paint. But now Resch in the mix there. 2-on-3 in favor of the Mordues. And they will pry it away. Now the 30 is Samuel Beamer, who comes off following a quick touch. Beamer for Mutz. Mutz holding for now. Mutz driving in, shooting, putting it wide, and the rebound past everybody. Same with Hoffman and Ogier. All the way toward Hauser. One hop pass to Hoffman, off his stick, over the floor to Moore. Moore to Resch, Resch through contact. Ogier there with great defense. Resch a shot, it's saved by Hauser. Good defense played by Ogier to make sure the shot quality was not all that. And Hauser cleans up the area.
I agree with you fully, Kate. That should have been a goal right there, but that was a beautiful job by that defenseman.
Just shows the competitiveness of this game. Both teams giving it their absolute all at every moment.
Chance in front again is turned away. The Thunder take it away with 9 to go in the second period in a 6-5 game. Joey Klingas between the blue line and main stripe to Marr. Marr gives it right back. Klingas back for Marr. Marr, a chance, they score. Bar down for Kyle Marr, and it's 7-5.
Just a good goal. You need that there. You know, the Thunder let more dudes get a bit too positive in their last few minutes. They need to continue to put offense on the board as they've done all year, as it looks like we have a goaltender change here for more dudes.
Yeah, we have Matt Kuhn coming in. He's a great goaltender. Junior Wings guy, got drafted by the Wings, so hopefully he's the boost that the more dudes need to keep them in this game.
Has started off strong, but didn't have the best first period to come the end. And has now conceded 4 goals before the midway, 3 goals before the midway point of the second frame. Chance in front here. Kling is a sidearm toss. That's wide. And the rebound into the middle, where it is fought for and won by Miller and co. Miller now dropping in front of his own bench. Miller through contact, spinning, looking to fire, pump faking, holding, and then lost the ball, taking down a Thunder player there. It'll be a push against him. No penalty comes about. There's Thunder ball, though, as Austin Connor hurried the pace. Connor driving, lost the ball, diving in the crease. It's waved off. Crease violation was called. The goal did not go through anyway. And so it'll be more dude ball the other direction. Miller holding for the moment. Halfway through this one here on Wednesday night. 7-5 the score. 31 now of Townsend holding and giving to the middle. Townsend to Osier. Osier, Mutz. Pass to the middle again, wide. Rockowitz couldn't scoop it. Final seconds coming off the clock here on the shot clock. Rockowitz to the middle, wide of Krause, and past the second player as well, as the Thunder offense will return to the four-light.
Under 7 minutes left to go in this second period. Thunder have continued their offensive push.
Mara shot now on goal. It's saved by Kuhn up in the air. Krause in the mix. Krause will get it right back here and a second opportunity at it.
2-on-1.
Krause to opportunity in front. It is blocked down. Second chance loose and wide of Atkinson. Clearing the area is Jameson. He finds Goldner. Goldner with speed pushed wide by Kuhn. Ushered out of play. Last touch. They'll say last touch off the Thunder as Kuhn made the save, and that was much to the Thunder's chagrin. It is more dude ball going the other direction regardless, though.
Yeah, that should have been Thunder ball. It was right off his leg pads and out of play.
Mutz goes to Krause, and now the more dudes cash in. It's now 7-6 as Krause is over the top to bring them back within 1.
Yeah, Thunder kind of pulled himself a little bit out of that play. They thought they should have had the ball. It should have been their ball, but they didn't keep playing, and it led to a goal on the other end.
That's a situation where you always need to think about the team rather than what you think at the current moment. Just got to make sure you're always giving it your all and not stuck on something that happened about half a minute to a minute ago. That's just a mental mistake, and it led to a physical mistake, leading to them getting scored on.
Less than 5.5 to play now in the second period. To the middle, wide of Miller. One hopper off the glass. Murph Butler trying to pull it in. He could not. Kyle Marr instead pulls it. Marr, backwards toss wide of Kuhn. Now Butler will play it on one hop. Butler up the floor. Hoffman through the blue line. Hoffman goes in deep. Osier to shot. Osier scores. A complete blank area, but Eric Osier capitalizes, and we're tied again.
Yeah, that's one the goalie should have had. You can see he's real frustrated with himself. Let that one slip by, and now we have a tie ball game.
Nothing better than a good old back and forth game. The top 2 seeds giving it their all. Heading into the home stretch, playoffs on the horizon. This is peak lacrosse right here.
Less than 4.5 now in the second period, 7-7. Hogarth off the draw. Hogarth looking for Jameson. It's past him. Rebound back towards Scott. Evan Scott wheels it in again. Now launches to the far side, where it is played by Lundberg. Lundberg to Style out. Style out around the blue line. Shot clock halfway there. Hoffman a shot on goal. It's saved. And rebound again stays there as Atkinson will fire that one off the ceiling. The player lost a stick in the chaos as well. Possession right back to the Mordude offense. Looking to put 3 in a row in the back of the net. Chance in front here. Shot on goal is saved. Rebound on the outskirts of the crease. Wide out by 2 to the defenders. And it's played by Jameson. Atkinson to Resch now. The blue line and main stripe. Resch on the feed. Passes to the top instead. It's pulled in by the other Resch. Patrick to Connor. Connor still around the blue line. Again, a wayward feed. And it goes into the Thunder bench. On a hop, so last touch by the team in red and yellow, and the Moor Dukes take over. John Creaney around the blue line. Creaney wide for Kraus. Kraus to Stylau. Stylau in deep again. Opportunity in front, turned away. Resch in the mix, but he couldn't get it cleanly. Now he does. As Resch against the far wall. Patrick Resch, a one-hopper, where it's played here by the 99 of Goldner. Goldner to Connor. Connor right back to Hogarth. Around the horn they go with Marr. Marr picks second in front of him to Connor. Connor, a shot save made by Kuhn. Rebound to the corner. Klinges toward Connor. Connor up in the air, ball with him, and it goes off the top of the wall. The play. The Moor Dukes now take over. Looking to hurry the pace here, and they'll do just that. Miller in on goal, save made. Second chance, pressured out, did not come. As Miller now parallel the shot clock, looking for Kraus. Wide of him, Stylau in the mix. But also there is Rockowitz. Rockowitz fighting for this time. Couldn't get it. Kraus now over the head of Miller. And Miller played on a hop against the far wall. Kraus in the mix, looking for a rebound. He couldn't get it that time, so taking it away is Hogarth. Good move there by Miller, knocked the ball loose. And the Moor Dukes looking to capitalize on that opportunity. They can't there. Jamison does the same thing. And Jamison now fires to Connor. And now finally, the haywire sequence of events, a timeout is called by the Thunder bench with a 7-7 score and 1:55 to play in the second. Final 2 minutes to go here in the second period. 7-all the score. Kyle Marr against the far wall will resume play with possession. Marr over the top. Goldner back and forth with him. Marr goes in deep instead. Peeling away is the 4 of Klinges. Looking for Goldner in the middle. It's wide of him. Past Kuhn as well. And so Stanfield Beamer is forced to clear the area. Beamer doing the honors across the midline. Beamer pass up the floor. Hoffman spins back, looking for space, couldn't find it there. In the middle, he goes Murph Butler. A chance save made. Second chance up in the air. He gets knocked back down by Butler. As Atkinson makes a good save. Butler still holding. Thunder giving chase. Butler thought about a shot and sent pump fakes and keeps it himself. Now gets the feed right back on the deflection from Townsend. Butler in front of the Mark Swilla sign. Butler behind the back, opportunity looking for Osier past him through the legs of a Thunder defenseman as well. Now the Moors get it right back with a fresh 4. And on goal, it's saved. And Atkinson will retain that 7-7 score. Now Kyle Marr on the blue line, in deep for Klinges. Klinges double pumping, now giving for Korb. It's off the stick and back to the Moor Dukes. Korb turns it over. Here come the Moor Dukes on offense. They spin back. Lundberg slowing the pace. Lundberg with 41 and 40 on the game clock. Backpedaling around the blue line. Lundberg holding around the outskirts of that main stripe. Giving for Rockowitz. Rockowitz to Kraus. Kraus up the floor. Rockowitz tied up, knocked down. The ball loose with them.
Get a rebound, call a timeout.
The Thunder still fighting for it in the corner. Chaos and the Mordudes take it away. And now a timeout is called at the last moment by the Mordude bench.
Yeah, look for them to pull the goalie, go for the 6-man advantage, as they got no shot clock in the last 16 seconds.
Certainly seen the Mordudes play aggressively like that before. As you said, the shot clock no longer a factor. It would be at 28, but game clock only at 16.6 in this second set. Ow. On the horn, Rockowitz to Ogier, to Rockowitz in the main circle. Rockowitz, back and forth they go. Mordude ball, still Hoffman, still holding Hoffman and deep Kraus. Chance on front denied. Swatted up in the air it went. And a heads up cutter by Atkinson to get some air under it. Takes some final movements off the clock. And that may be what kept this game at a 7-7 score through 30 minutes of play.
Absolutely there, Cade. Mordudes pulled the goalie to go for the 6-on-5. Thunder went into the box and won. Was able to keep the ball to the outside. Did not give the Mordudes a good look. Keeps this game at a 7-7 game.
The second a lot more silenced than the first. The first was very highly offensively powered. The second more laid back. So now it's very interesting to think, what will the third be like? Will it be another offensive showdown or a defensive, stalemate? We'll see where it goes.
9 goals in the first period, 5 in the second, and we'll see what that final 15 minutes brings about. Here in the battle of the top 2 teams, possible championship preview here at Rizzo Rink. Be sure to stay tuned for the end of this one. .35 to play in the third period now. Running clock to begin that third set of 15 minutes. Here's Jonathan Miller off the draw, holding for the moment. Miller directs traffic and goes toward Hoffman this time. 7-7 the score. Hoffman to Mutz. Mutz through the blue line between the circles. Mutz backpedaling, slipping down, recovering. Now Mutz pressured out by the defense. Fires the near side and Townsend. Townsend on one hopper. It's nearly through the legs of now Rubman. A goaltender change for the Thunder. If Atkinson is off, Alec Rubman comes on. And the Thunder take it away as Resch will bring it across the midline. At the blue line, Resch finds Klingas. Klingas to Marr. Marr in deep. One hopper by Connor is on target and saved. And Kuhn will clear the area. So both starting goaltenders today are now out of the nets and on the benches. So it's Atkinson versus Hauser, and it appears to be finishing as Rubman versus Kuhn. Stylau for Rockowitz. 13.5 in the third. Rockowitz to Hoffman. Pumping, holding. Hoffman back for Rockowitz. One hopper, they score! 8-7 Mordudes as Tyler Rockowitz beats Rubman.
Good interchange there by the Mordudes guys. Was able to get to the top side, get a good look in the net, fire in a rocket.
It was about time the scoring drought was broken. It was just a matter of which side would bend first. That wasn't even that wide open of a shot. It was a risky one. There was a lot of people in the path, and Rubman had a good angle. Just happened to sneak through. I'm not sure how, but it sure did.
12:45 now in the third period, 8-7 the score. Off the draw, it is Mordude ball. Multiple players have off behind the play. Mutz and Osiert come on. Osiert in the main circle. The 31 of Townsend. Townsend shot, and they score. Back-to-back for the Mordudes, and Jake Townsend makes it 9-7. The first time they've led by 2 or more today.
Easy shot here from the Mordudes. Was able to get it 5-hole. Don't think the goalie really tracked it too well. Snuck it through.
An uncharacteristically high-scoring game between these two teams. It was 7-5 earlier this year. The Mordudes goaltenders have had 2 of them come in for most of the minutes. That was Kuhn and Hauser. Each of them are first and second in goals allowed average this season. And each of those numbers below 7. So already an above-average scoring day for the Thunder offense, at least compared to what the Mordudes defense is expecting. But no matter for the Mordudes, they had 9 goals of their own. Shot there off the mark. Rebound played by Kuhn. Kuhn deep in his defensive zone, launches that one down toward Rubman on a hop. It goes off the top of the wall and into the netting, out of play. Last touch, Mordude Thunder ball. Barr holding. Triffitt shooting and score! Right off the pass from Rubman. It's a goal for Goldner, and it's 9-8.
Great job here by the Thunder answering. Able to get top side, get a powerful shot to a goalie dropping through his knees, able to sneak it 5-hole.
That's big time. I mean, the Thunder letting the Mordudes go on that little run there and then countering back is big time. Now the Thunder, can they convert and turn it into an offensive run of their own? They could use one right now as they're still down 1.
That ends a nearly 9-minute-long mini-scoring drought for the Thunder offense. It doesn't usually see too many spans with not letting goals. Chance here from Resch, shot saved, and the rebound pounced on by Kuhn.
And hey, we had a goalie change by the Thunder again. Atkinson is back in net.
So Atkinson does come in to replace Rubman, as you said, so curious to see if Rubman was just on there for maybe a wardrobe malfunction on the way of Atkinson or something else. But Atkinson gets a save there in his first challenge back in net.
Get up.
Marr now in the main circle. Marr looking for Connor. Gets it right back himself. Marr to Klingas. Joey Klingas in deep for Marr. Past him. Rebound played nearly by Osiert. Scooped up instead on 2 hops by Stylau. And now Stylau to the near circle. Stylau a chance looking to go left corner on Atkinson, but it's wide. And rebound played instead by Miller. Final 10 minutes of play here in regulation time. Miller looking to bring the lead back to 2. Chance in front denied by Atkinson. Osiert through contact, taking away by the Thunder instead. Thunder ball as they go on the offensive. Winding up, shooting, saving was Kuhn. Rebound out of play along the far wall.
Did that ball come back down?
It did.
Okay, I didn't see it.
This is Connor's ball along the blue line. Connor holding. Giving now for Marr. Marr in the near circle. Marr across, chance from Resch, pushed wide. The rebound given right back, and here come the Mordudes on offense the other direction. Slowing the pace here is Creaney. Creaney backwards feed, and Butler will reel it in.
With this game being so tight, expect both teams to try to slow down and run a consistent offense. There's been a lot of run and gun up to this point, but legs are tired, so they're trying to get into good offensive sets here.
Butler on the feed, Stylau on the get. To Butler right back, Butler between the circles, pressured out. Butler shot through contact on wide of the mark. It's the last second hope, looking to make sure the buzzer didn't expire on him, but to no avail there. The Thunder take over again. It's Marr. Marr again through heavy traffic, spinning back, looking for help, holding for the moment. Marr around the blue line. Gives to Korb. Korb. The far side, Connor through contact. Austin Connor coming in, save made by Kuhn. Rebound loose inside the crease and it's pulled in by Osiert. Eric Osiert with speed now. 3-on-3 the other way, pushed wide. Rebound back to the middle and Jamison reels it in. Jamison up the floor. Resch takes it. Blue line to blue line. Patrick Resch from Connor. Resch holding. Can get by his defenseman. Can't there. Shot on goal is instead saved by Kuhn. Rebound now pried away. 31 of Townsend again back to work. Townsend to Kraus. Kraus around the horn. Rockowitz reels it in. Rockowitz to Hoffman. Hoffman out across and played again by Townsend. Townsend and back to Hoffman. Hoffman, pump faking now, holding Hoffman over the top, denied there. Second chance loose between the legs of Townsend. Rebound swatted at. Second loss by Mutz. Up in the air, went for a moment. Kraus takes it away, and one pass too many there. As Kraus is better off taking an awkward shot on goal. He stopped the violation, but he can't there either.
Yeah, a little bit bad awareness by the more dudes. You got to know what time you have left in the shot clock. He should have shot that.
Marr now plays at the top of the near circle. Marr in deep, Hogarth to Connor. Connor pressured out. Connor still holding, still giving chase. He finds Marr. Marr whips one a little bit high. Rebound back to Klinges. Klinges on goal. Shot save. Rebound loose to Ethan Kraus. And Kraus clears the area. 23 and 22 off the shot clock now. 6:42 on the game clock. Pass to the top. Scott on a hop, locked down. Hit a piece of a Thunder player before it got to Atkinson. Didn't quite make it there either. And now Mutz plays it. 6.5 in the third. Fresh 30 for the more dudes. Mutz still holding, still choosing, and he finds Townsend. Nate Townsend in the nearest circle. Townsend weaving his way around. Ozert winds up, shot saved by Atkinson. Rebound loose between the circles. Connor with contact, same with Kraus. And it is the Thunder who take it away. Behind the back pass play there from McNulty. Will go the Thunder's way, but they are forced to slow the pace here, and Austin Connor is banged up behind the play. Connor comes off behind it. Goldner in the main circle. Goldner to Marr. Marr to the defender in close coverage, working his way forward. Marr looking for his fourth goal tonight. Shot pushed wide. Rebound past Kuhn, and it's all the way back. Looking to go for is Hogarth with no avail. And the shot clock expires on the Thunder offense. Hogarth forced to cover Butler now as Butler goes to the top. It's played by Rockowitz. Underhand toss to Hoffman. Less than 5.5 to go in the third. Hoffman around the blue line. Hoffman still holding. Going to the far wall. Pass across for Kraus. Kraus in the nearest circle. Kraus double pumping, giving chase, lost the ball again, lost the ball second time. Kraus is back on it, fires a shot and straight down, and it's saved by Atkinson on a hop, and Goldner brings it right back in. Goldner around the blue line, out across, wide of Jamison. On a hop, it's Jamison who scoops it, Butler right there with him. Jamison, underhand toss to Resch, and now Connor says slow it down. 4:45 to play in the third period, 9-8 to score. Marr to the blue line. Marr in deep, over the top denial. And that one turned away by Kuhn. It's out of play, last touch, more dudes goaltender.
Now the pressure's high. A one-goal game, 4.5 left to play, 1 versus 2. This home stretch is going to be huge. It's turned from an offensive to a defensive battle for practically the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, and I want you guys to watch. This is going to come down to the goaltending. Which goalie is going to make a mistake first?
Resch gives her Marr. Marr thought he had Kuhn with a mistake. It is denied at the doorstep, and Matt Kuhn stands tall at the very last moment. The more dudes holding on for now. They are 4 minutes away from giving the Thunder their first loss of the 2026 calendar year. Ozier, cross country along the blue line for Butler. Butler to Townsend. 6 and 5 on the shot clock. Townsend backwards pass for Butler. Couldn't scoop it. Butler now fires. It's off the mark. Did not catch a piece of Atkinson either, so the violation of the more dude offense, Thunder ball. Curious to see if the Thunder continue to up the tempo. Do they try to kill as much clock as possible, considering how effective the goaltenders have been? Atkinson still in net. He remains strong thus far. Back and forth here go Hogarth and co. Hogarth to Resch. Resch a wayward pass, and it goes beyond the wall along the far side of the floor, out of play. And the more dudes will now take over. Rockowitz reels it in. Rockowitz to the far wall. Tyler Rockowitz to Hoffman in the middle of 3 on the game clock. Hoffman driving in, forcing his way to the far corner. Hoffman toward the top. Pass in the middle for Miller. Miller Driving, shooting, Ludio 5-hole, it's denied there by Atkinson, another strong save, and now Krause pulls it in the corner. Krause to the middle, quick touch wide. Best touch out of play, and it's off of the Mordudes. The Thunder with 2:40 on the game clock can really start to feel the heat now. They need to score at least one more time. If it is tied through regulation, we go to a shootout. Golden to the middle, picked off. Here come the Mordudes. Taking it the other way is Scott. Through contact, Evan Scott, save Atkinson. The Thunder are kept alive on the back of the 29 of Connor Atkinson.
Like I said,
pulls it away. Golden is shot wide. Rebound back to the middle. Into the corner they go. Klinges into traffic. Backwards shot pushed wide of Kuhn. Nearly out of play. It's kept in. Miller to the corner. Marr in the mix there as well. Double check. Hand is up here. Delayed call coming against the Mordudes. And the door is suddenly swung wide open for the Thunder. Klinges still through contact. Atkinson's off the floor. 6-on-5 Thunder. Chance wide. Rebound deflected up in the air. And it's now finally pulled in for a moment there by Miller. Maybe a bit of an early whistle, but the Mordudes would have got there eventually. And so they'll stay a 9-8 ball game, but to 5-on-4 we go.
Yeah, in my opinion, this is a really, really bad penalty to take for the Mordudes. There was no need to make that slash. You had the ball carrier had their back turned to you. Just wait till they turn around. Now you have a 5-on-4 disadvantage.
Not only a disadvantage for like a little period of time, a disadvantage for the rest of regulation. This is huge because now the Thunder, for the rest of regulation time, will be able to be a man up.
Barring a goal, it will be a 5-on-4 all the way. Resch, around the horn they go. The Thunder on offense. It's Beamer, 2 minutes for a slash. Chance in the middle here for Connor. Shot denied. Rebound loose. Over the top they go. Hogard denied. Second, third, score! The rebound of Hogarth's shot wound up in Goldner's hands, and Goldner is diamond-like with that one at the top of the crease. And it's a 9-9 ball game.
Exactly why it's a bad penalty to take at that moment in the game. You gave a hot team the momentum, the juice that they need to tie this game up. 9-9, like I said, it's going to come down to which goaltender makes that mistake first.
It takes just 18 seconds for the Thunder to cash in. The undefeated 11-0 team in red and yellow will now have a violation on the face-off. The Mordudes take it away. It's a 9-9 ball game. What an affair we have tonight. 90 seconds to play in regulation time. It's Butler around the main stripe. Butler in deep for Krause. Into the corner they go. A shootout looms here. Krause to Rockowitz. Rockowitz along the far wall. Hoffman in the middle. Driving in. Shot. Ogier. Denied by Atkinson. It somehow stayed out. The rebound to Marr. Marr parallel to Atkinson. Holding himself. 64, 63 off the clock. 21 on the shot clock. Austin Connor the return feed. Connor around the blue line. Has a man in front of him, that's Jamison. He holds it himself. Connor feeds. Marr, double pumping. Firing to the far side, it's wide. There's a pass there for Jamison, past him. Jamison brings it back in. Around behind Kuhn to 3 and 2. Heron does not go off. There's the contact there around the crease, and there is no penalty. It goes the way of the Mordudes. 7 seconds separate shot clock and game clock. It's Mordude ball going the other direction. Rockowitz in the main circle. 30 on the game clock now. Rockowitz finds Krause, the first goal scored today. Can he be the last? Krause to the middle. It's Ogier giving chase. Ogier spinning with space. Ogier driving in. Shot. Save. Atkinson rebound loose. It stayed out of the net. Around the horn they go. Thunder keep it. And a timeout is called at 12.7 in the third. Take a breath, everybody.
Wow. What a way to finish an exciting period. I really thought we should have possibly had a penalty down on the other end, but nonetheless, this is going to come down to something magical to happen for both teams.
This is big time. I mean, this game tied up down to under 15 seconds, 12.7. I mean, tensions are high. This is where the heartbeats start to race. This is where both teams are thinking for the Thunder, can we go undefeated? For the Mordudes, can we knock off the undefeated season? Both have a very good shot, and right now it's anybody's game, except we're down to 13.
This has been an absolutely incredible season series, a 7-5 back and forth affair back on June 10th, and each of these teams have had a bad taste in their mouth left from that one. Even in the win for the Thunder, a little bit underwhelming of an offensive performance. Slightly better tonight in a 9-9 ball game. and they look to add double figures for the first time tonight. It'll be Resch to start it. 12.7 seconds separate the Thunder from an undefeated regular season. A shootout does loom in the meantime. It's Resch to begin play. Resch on the feed. Marr pulls it in. Marr to the middle, off speed. Winds up in Kuhn's hands now. Kuhn in the crease, 3 and 2. Kuhn launches it down, it's wide. Rebound back to Miller, and one more second may have got Miller an opportunity, but there does not come about as Miller is beat by the horn, and to a shootout we go at Rizzo. Wow. .45 seconds gone from regulation time. And we will have a 3-on-3 shootout. The Thunder with 3 reps, the Mordudes with 3 reps, and if one of those 3 scores, that could be the deciding factor between a sudden shocker at the last game of the regular season for the Thunder or a 12-0 perfect regular season. 9-9 the score. Will be a 10-9 final when we come to a close. It's number 10, Austin Connor, to begin things for the Thunder. They go left to right. Austin Connor holding. Far circle to the near side. Connor driving, shooting, and scoring. It's 1-0 Thunder.
That's a beautiful finish there. Made the goalie think he was going to go to that far right post. Snuck it backside. Way to finish and get ahead in the shootout.
It's Matt Kuhn versus Connor Atkinson in net. Atkinson will now see his first challenge. It comes in the form of the 31 in Jake Townsend. Townsend to the middle. Townsend a shot. Save. Atkinson, did it fall through? It did not. It's caught in Atkinson's pad. He keeps it out, and it stays 1-0.
Great job by Atkinson, standing wide, standing tall, being wide, taking up as much as that net as he possibly can.
Goldner in the main circle. Second Thunder rep tonight. Connor scored his first one. Townsend denied. Goldner can put the pressure on. Goldner between the circles. Goldner cutting in, shooting, saving is Matt Kuhn.
Same thing here by Kuhn on the other end. Staying tall, staying wide, taking up as much net as they can. Get that stop.
Connor, yes. Goldner, no. To the Mordudes we go. It's Townsend who missed his first, and now it's back to Tyler Rodkowitz. Rodkowitz in the main circle. He'll face off against Atkinson. Rodkowitz driving forward, right to left this time. Into the middle of Rodkowitz. Shot, score! And the pressure put back on the Thunder.
Same thing here. Fake like you're going one way, finish the other. Beautiful finish.
1-1 through 2 sets of shootouts. The third we go. Kyle Marr, a hat trick scorer tonight. Can he put home his 4th? Marr, right to left again. Shot, saved, did it go through? It did not. Matt Kuhn had it loose in the crease, but he slammed the door at the very last moment. We stay 1-0. The Mordudes can win it here.
I think he tried to go 5-hole there and just missed his mark. It's unfortunate.
Eric Ogier with everything on the line. From the main circle he begins. Right to left, it's Ogier. Far circle to the near side. Ogier diving in, denied by Atkinson.
Way to stand tall there by Atkinson. Now we got a little bit more extra lacrosse here to go.
To a sudden death shootout, I believe Commissioner Stewart is talking things over on the floor. And it'll be a sudden death, 1-1 to the 4th set we go at Rizzo. It's the 33 of Patrick Resch, the new Thunder rep. Resch resumes play from the main stripe. Left to right, Resch. Into the middle, Resch driving it outskirts of the crease. It goes through, they score!
He found the perfect spot right on the goalie's stick hand, right in between his pad and his glove, and just stuck it there. Beautiful finish.
Resch matches Connor, and if an Atkinson save comes about, it is a 12-0 Thunder regular season. The 3 of Ethan Kraus has it all on the line now. Kraus, left to right, the game on his stick. Ethan Kraus, Sam Atkinson! The Thunder have done it! A 12-0 undefeated regular season, and they do it in dramatic fashion. A shootout victory here at Rizzo.
Beautiful job here by Atkinson, waiting to stand tall, finish strong, get his team to that 12-0 record. Beautiful job there.
Absolutely brilliant work by all sides and both goaltenders, but Connor Atkinson will win the war at the very last moment. The Thunder will go to the playoffs as the #1 seed and the undisputed #1 at a 12-0 record. The Mordudes fall to 8-3, and they have one more to wash the bad taste out of their mouth on Monday night. So that'll be it for us on this Wednesday night doubleheader. From Rizzo Rank, I'm Caden Stewart. For myself, Jack